question that probably some of you are thinking of if you're totally into that world, which I find to be very interesting. So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting.
Get the right folks who could.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
So that's the President of the United States speculating that injecting disinfectant, Lysol, into one's lungs might help combat the coronavirus.
Oh, man. I feel it is my civic duty to, let her know that it was just a joke. Nah, I'm sure she'll figure it out on her own.
As well as a really sci-fi element, putting UV radiation into one's body. Fascinating. Maybe he could enlist those tanning salons that Brian Kemp reopened down in Georgia to get in on this.
No, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're going to one machine that would make your skin color change versus a machine that'll kill the bacteria or virus inside your body. Not to mention that when it comes to tanning, you could do it as many times as you want, and you could set the timer to as long as you want. Whereas the lung thing, I'm pretty sure once the testing is done and they got everything down to a T, I'm pretty sure maybe you may have to do maybe a couple of sessions of going in and getting the UV in your lungs to get rid of the virus, and then you're done.
They can be like Ford and all of the auto manufacturers who are creating medical equipment, allegedly, or supposed to be, under the order that Trump put through.
Actually, it's more like governors and senators on both sides. They want Trump to enact what's called the Defense Production Act of 1950. This was done around the Korean War. This would allow the federal government to compel the private sector through purchase commitments and loan guarantees to produce equipment for the benefit of national defense. But here's the thing, though. Trump was like, there's no need to, go that far because most of these companies already volunteered to help with the crisis. Like, most of them did devote some of their production to make medical equipment. Take, for example, Mike Lindell, the guy who created MyPillow. He makes pillows and bed sheets and all. Now he's voluntarily devoting his work to make masks. And there was no need to invoke the Defense Production Act on him. I mean, he said, hey, I'll do it. I want to help people. This would be great. I want to help. There you go. Most of these companies, they volunteered to help. It's great. Trump didn't have to lift a finger to say, do it, or you know what. That kind of thing.
Maybe he could enlist the tanning salons and they can create little UV pills that we can swallow and then explode our insides. Oh, wait, that's a terrible idea.
Now you see, that would have been a really good joke. But then you ruined it by saying, no, that's a bad idea. Come on. You need to know how to do these jokes.
That's a terrifying idea. And he's just sitting up there pontificating with no end in sight. Fine, you have your crackpot ideas. Say them in private, dude. He has no consideration for the importance of his words, the fact that people sit and watch his briefings and take what he says seriously.
It's bad enough when the media tries to sell fear at us as much as Girl Scouts like to sell cookies in our faces. I'd actually prefer to see the president talk about this stuff. And yeah, hell, make a joke about it here and there. I mean, we all need a good laugh right now. I need a good laugh. We need confidence. We need to be positive about this. Trump's at least doing that. What the hell are you doing? You try to make a joke, but then you botched it. And of course, that UV in the lungs thing, not a bad idea. I mean, at least the science people are like, we should give that a try. And they're at least trying. I mean, seriously, if we had any other president up there, I mean, they'd probably be like, I don't know. They're just scratching their heads like monkeys.
I know that's hard for some of us to fathom as progressives.
That is your own damn fault. You need to know when he's joking and not. I mean, I can tell. Holy crap. And you guys, lovely viewers out there, you know when the president's kidding around, right? You know he's not... Oh my God, she's such an idiot.
But he is the president of the United States. When he was touting hydroxychloroquine, there was a huge run on hydroxychloroquine, and now a study has found that it might actually have adverse effects in treating coronavirus. So him going on that podium and talking about how maybe you intravenously put Windex into you, I'm joking, but not barely.
You suck at this.
He's just making a suggestion. He just came up with an idea, and the people would just, they would look into it themselves. He just pitched an idea, and they looked into it. That's all.
That's pretty bad. And it was so bad that the companies who manufacture these products had to come out against it. British firm Reckitt Benckiser RB, which makes disinfectants Dettol and Lysol, among other household products, said under no circumstance should disinfectant be injected or ingested. At his press conference on Thursday, Trump suggested scientists should investigate if they could inject the human body with disinfectants to kill the virus. In a statement, RB said, due to recent speculation and social media activity, RB, the makers of Lysol and Dettol, have been asked whether internal administration of disinfectants may be appropriate for investigation or use as a treatment for coronavirus. As a global leader in health and hygiene products, we must be clear that under no circumstance should our disinfectant products be administered into the human body through injection, ingestion, or any other route. As with all products, our disinfectant and hygiene products should only be used as intended and in line with usage guidelines. Please read the label and safety information.
Oh, that is gold! Even they didn't get that he was joking! That's amazing! Way to go! Holy crap! You people are so fucking stupid! Damn it! I love how they had to come out and just, make sure, hold our hand to make sure that nothing bad happens to us. As if we're fucking children. We know it's bad for us if we ingest it. Holy shit.
If only the makers of these cleaning products had the podium, had the bully pulpit, had all of the visibility that Trump has. But this isn't gonna make headline news. I mean, maybe a little bit. People will be looking into it. I get it. But
why? Because they fear that if someone actually goes out, gets that product and uses it on themselves, which will be fatal to them, and I guess stock-wise, it'll go down, sales will go down, and therefore the company will go down. Is that why they're all in a tizzy? That's even funnier. It's even funny when you think about it. Well, now, wait a minute. Speaking of Lysol, if you guys go to a store, and if you do find at least one container of the Lysol disinfectant wipes, look at the back of it. It gives you a list of all of the bacteria or viruses it's known to conk out. It does say on the pack that Lysol can get rid of it does say human coronavirus. So that's something. I mean, I know this virus has more strains than, I guess, whatever Lysol can get rid of, but, still. They still have to tell us, okay, don't do it. No shit!
Trump has way more eyeballs, way more ears on him than the subsequent statement by Lysol manufacturers or whatever that says, oh, no, actually, you should not inject us or ingest us. Just use what the label says. Use it to clean your toilet, pretty much. So, Look. And Pelosi's in San Francisco with her ice cream.
Correction. I think she has like, what, 20-some packs of ice cream in 2 fridges? Both are like, what? How much are those fridges now? Like, I think they're like 20 grand? However much Sub-Zero is, that's high end. I mean, who the fuck needs 2 fridges? 2! Unless one is used for food and the other is used for her blood bags.
We gotta get our leaders back now. You can do all these votes remotely, but the Democrats have to be some sort of sane voice, visible voice on the other side, because this guy's just running rampant, and we saw...
Oh no! A president who's a Republican is cracking jokes! He's being human! This is unacceptable! God damn it, you're dumb. Donkey loving. You're dope.
In 2016, when you just allow him to hang himself, he may not, because he's a strong man, and some people like that about him.
Creating a tax break that'll help companies save money. Therefore, the companies would give the employees more money and even bonuses and raises, bringing unemployment to an all-time low, especially in the Black and Latino communities, getting border security up in the southern border to prevent any criminals, drugs, or violence, or anything else to cross over and cause havoc in our homeland, having a one-on-one sit-down chit-chat with dangerous world leaders who are known to be, well, dictators, to, ease back on us and, have them stop doing whatever they're doing, compromise a bit. Somehow that is what you say crazy? You're crazy! I'm like, this bitch is crazy! Not only does she not get jokes, she's still got Trump derangement syndrome. Damn!
So make the case on the other side, by God, because this guy is an idiot.
I can't take it no more! Somebody hand me a rake! Rake! Somebody hand me a shovel! Shovel! Somebody hand me a garden weasel! Ooh, thanks, Marzipan.
Always happy to help.